Do you want a leader from a different generation who's going to put this country first? Or do you want Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels?
All right, Mr.
In which case, we've got two of them on stage tonight.
I'd first like to say they're 5-inch heels, and I don't wear them unless you can run in them.
We've got two of you on stage.
The second thing that I will say is I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition. What we need to be doing for Iraq.
They need to verify every single person on their outlet and I want it by name. Because when
what about Smug? Does he qualify?
I've provided them with my government.
If Smug is on your driver's license, then, and look, you can put Smug in parentheses, but I want everybody's name.
All right, guys. So we got to talk about Nikki Haley, who is still having a meltdown over the fact that Vivek Ramaswamy criticized her over her warmongering foreign policy. Now, Nikki Haley, instead of actually addressing the issue, right, addressing the criticisms, she actually has decided to go woke, right? She's decided to basically become a Democrat, to go full Hillary Clinton in response to Vivek's criticisms of her. And she's doing that by crying sexism, which is what she did on this Ruthless podcast when discussing Vivek. She claims that Vivek attacked her and the RNC chair and Kirsten Welker in the liberal media. Basically, he targeted women because he has a girl problem, aka he is sexist. This is what she claimed, and I want to talk about it. But before we get into it, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, Biotrust. When it comes to stubborn belly fat, we're all looking for a miracle pill. Generally, you have to use multiple different products that target belly fat differently to manage excess fat around the abdominal area. Some products may focus on abdominal exercises or dietary changes, while others may focus on boosting metabolism or controlling cravings. Believe it or not, I found an exceptional alternative that uses naturally sourced and science-backed ingredients from Mother Earth and is more effective at targeting that stubborn belly fat, enhancing metabolism and promoting a toned midsection better than most weight management products that I've seen on the shelves at stores. And that is Belly Trim by Biotrust. Tens of thousands of 5-star reviews back up the notion that this amazing pill is not only a breakthrough in a bottle, but that it also helps remove the need for us to use countless diet pills and fat-burning supplements. The best part I love is that you can get 51% off for the rest of the month or until they sell out, whichever comes first. Plus, you'll receive several additional gifts valued at over $500 with every order for a limited time, including free shipping, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, free VIP live health and fitness coaching for life, and 2 free new ebooks titled Top 10 Foods That Burn Belly Fat and Top 8 Exercises to Reduce Belly Fat at no additional cost to you. Go to trimwithpatriot.com, that's trimwithpatriot.com, or click the link down in the description below before this once-in-a-lifetime deal sells out.
With Vivek is that, first of all, yes, it was personal, but he and I have major policy differences.
Totally.
You know, people keep saying, oh, they've got a thing. Yeah, it's called policy differences. We disagree on so much. Like, he thinks Israel can handle this on their own and we don't need to be there. He thinks you should give Ukraine to Russia and deal with it. He thinks we need to be friends with China because, like, we are so polar opposite that, you know, that there's no way we're ever going to...
He managed to make the question about abortion about men's rights. I noticed as well. It's just like on every single thing, he finds a way to be like, how online can I possibly be? You know?
But, you know, it's the Trump talking points. That's what he's doing. He's the Trump spoil in all of this. He knows what they want out there, so he's playing that Trump game.
I spoke with another candidate who was on the stage with you, that was making their case for how they had done a great job. And one of the things they said was, Nikki's got the best thing going right now because she's turned Vivek into her human punching bag. And there's no way around it. Every time she engages him, the rest of it doesn't matter what you're doing. And I found this watching the debate. You stop and you're like, hold on, wait a minute. And then you pay attention
The
to
crowd
it.
gets quieter.
Because what's going to happen next is since Milwaukee, that's like a moment.
It's not what I want.
I'm sure
it's never. I don't go in there like, he goes in there with these planned comments and speak, the 3-inch heels. Like he had all the. I don't go in practice like that. I go in and it's a lot of gut and instinct, and you go where. And so I actually was like, you know what? I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage him because we are not going to let this debate be about him. But what happens? He comes out of the gate. He hits the female chair of the party. He hits the female anchor on the platform, and then he hits me. And I'm not saying anything.
I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
But he might have a girl problem. I'm just saying he might have a girl problem. And so, when he did that, I'm like, is it going to be this kind of debate? And I really, if you notice, he said some things and I let it go. But there's just something about him.
Yeah.
That you can't let it go because it's so against the values of America. It's so against, I believe in freedom and I believe in people's rights and all of those things, but he takes it to a level that's not trustful.
Right.
And I've said it before, I don't trust him.
Right.
Yeah, so you see now you heard that. Now, I don't know about you guys, but low key, I kind of feel like conservative women are feminists, right? They're just straight up feminists, okay? Because that's what I'm hearing a lot of from conservative women, especially when it comes to this topic of Vivek, okay? Like, just a couple days ago, I did a video about some Fox News female panelists, them talking about Nikki Haley and Vivek's exchange at the debate, and basically they were implying that Vivek is a sexist. Now you have Nikki Haley going on this podcast and essentially implying that Vivek is a sexist, right? And again, this is a lefty tactic, right? Like, listen to Nikki Haley. I could not tell the difference between her and Hillary Clinton circa the 2015-2016 Democratic primary, where Bernie almost beat her, and basically she started accusing anybody that doesn't support her and that likes Bernie of being a sexist, right? You remember the Bernie bro smear? Okay, the Bernie bro smear that they put out there, right? This is what they were doing. They were basically saying that Bernie Sanders, fans, and that Bernie was a sexist, right? That's why he didn't like Hillary. So again, it wasn't necessarily the policy difference. It was, he's attacking me because he's a sexist, right? He doesn't want to see the first female president. Which, again, it's absolutely amazing because that's what this is. This is a lefty tactic, okay? Instead of engaging in the actual debate or argument, no, you boo-hoo, you whine, and you cry bigotry and racism or sexism or whatever, right? This is what you do instead of actually engage in the substantive policy debate. Nobody ever wants to take Nikki Haley to task and make her defend her warmongering stances. She never has to do it. They just go along with it as if it is the correct policy when we know from years of disaster after disaster after disaster and $7+ trillion in debt, that is not. But she never has to defend it, okay? And this is the same person that claims that I'm for freedom. I stand for American values more than Vivek. Okay, Vivek is some type of, anti-American guy. I'm not sure exactly what she's trying to say there, but what I do know is that she does not stand for freedom, because somebody that stands for freedom would not once again take a page out of the Democrat Party playbook. And basically, she went on Fox News in response to anti-Semitism, has called for doxing everybody who uses social media. Take a look.
What we need to remind Americans is anti-Semitism is no different than racism. They are both evil, and we don't want to have that happen. But let's go to the core of this. Anti-Semitism was always bubbling underneath the surface. But now we're seeing this massive exaggeration of it. But no one's talking about why. The truth is, if you look at social media, the misinformation And the dramatic sides of social media are instigating this. Why? Because it's being pushed by Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea. It is why when I get into office, the first thing we have to do, social media accounts, social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms. Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing. The second thing is every person on social media should be verified by their name. That's, first of all, it's a national security threat. When you do that, all of a sudden people have to stand by what they say, and it gets rid of the Russian bots, the Iranian bots, and the Chinese bots. And then you're going to get some civility when people know their name is next to what they say.
Accountability.
And they know their pastor and their family members going to see it. It's going to help our kids, and it's going to help our country.
Yeah, so freedom-loving Nikki Haley. Freedom-loving American values holding Nikki Haley says one of the first things she wants to do when she gets in office is to literally dox people on social media, right? Dox people that have anonymous accounts because she wants ID verification, mandatory. So big government requiring big tech to ID everybody who has an online account so that Nikki Haley can stop anti-Semitism. Amazing. Again, what is the difference between her and a Democrat, right? I can't tell the difference. Just listen to Kathy Hochul talk about her proposal to take away people's freedoms and rights in the name of fighting anti-Semitism.
We're very focused on the data we're collecting from surveillance efforts. We have launched an effort to be able to counter some of the negativity and reach out to people when we see hate speech being spoken about on online platforms. Our social media analysis unit has ramped up its monitoring of sites to catch incitement to violence, direct threats to others.
Yeah, so again, you have Nikki Haley trying to police hate speech the same way that Democrats are proposing to police hate speech, right? By having bigger government and taking away your rights and freedoms. Again, apparently Nikki Haley would have doxed the guys that published the Federalist Papers because they were anonymous at the time. She would have been for doxing those people. Okay, that's what she would have been for. Okay, I'm just saying. Nikki Haley is simply a relic of the George Bush neocon era policy that is woke. That's what she is. She's Hillary Clinton and George Bush and Dick Cheney all in one. That's what she is. Okay, that's exactly what she is. She doesn't care about your rights and freedoms. She'll take them away in a heartbeat. She's already told you, okay? She'll dox you in the name of anti-Semitism, okay? You can't be anonymous online because of, again, anti-Semitism, hate and bigotry. If you criticize her, you're a bigot. You're criticizing her because you got a girl problem. You're sexist. Again, straight from the Hillary Clinton playbook. She wants to be involved in every single war overseas, right? Just like her colleagues, George W. Bush and Dick Cheney. She's for all that stuff. Okay, and she's not going to do anything about the debt or the deficit because, again, she doesn't care about it. She's going to drive it up by funding more wars overseas because she wants to be involved in every conflict. But again, you know, this is the person that every single time she gets interviewed, she's never actually questioned on these things, right? She's never held accountable for any other policy positions that she takes because it goes along with the establishment. And like Vivek Ramaswamy said, she is a puppet of the establishment. That's why she continues to get propped up because this is who they want, right? They know what they're getting with her, okay? They're getting a woke Hillary Clinton, George Bush, Dick Cheney fusion, right? This is what they're getting. But like Don Lemon said, Nikki Haley is clearly past her prime, right? She's past her prime. So, hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.